What's up, guys? Going live on my personal page instead of my like page and trying again with my Android phone. So you have to let me know if you can hear me or if it's staticky. So let me know. We'll see. Oh, and it says, of course, my cell phone signal on this phone is not as good. And it won't let me go landscape, so I can't put it in my like handy little holder thing here. So I have to hold it. So it's going to be awesome and shaky. And it's really fun. So hopefully you guys can hear me this time. I don't know what's going on with my iPhone, but I couldn't hear any sound actually playing on it earlier either. So something is definitely going on. But luckily I have two phones. That makes it easy. So anyways, I wanted to tell you guys a quick story about something I saw on Saturday when I was in Chicago that really, really resonated with me, impacted me. And I wanted to kind of get your guys' take on it and hear your thoughts as well. So definitely let me know what you think. So I was in Chicago last week for work and did a couple triathlons. So I did a super sprint triathlon in Chicago on Saturday. And I did an Olympic distance triathlon in Chicago on Sunday. And I was staying in the South Loop with my amazing friend and borrowing her bike because I don't live there. And we decided to take the train up to Foster Beach on Saturday for the triathlon. So we took the L from South Loop up to Foster Beach, which is, you know, it's a nice distance on the L, but not too long. It takes like a half hour or something, not far, 40 minutes, I think was the distance. So not bad. Rode our bikes to the L stop and got on the train with our bikes, and we were all kind of spread out. The L was actually, for being, 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, I thought it would be empty, and it was actually like not super crowded, but like maybe every other seat was taken. And so we kind of spread out. There were 4 of us on our bikes, so we spread out so that way we weren't, blocking the whole train with our bikes in one spot. And I was kind of in the middle. My friend Sophie was at the end. Drea was kind of right by me. And then Sophie's husband, Vlatko, was a little to the side. So it was kind of, I don't know. It was definitely spread out. And when we were on the train, we were maybe on for 10 minutes, and this group of girls gets on. So there's 4 girls that get on. 3 of them sit down. One of them stood up by her. Or one of the girls stood up by the other 3 girls. So I thought all 4 of them got on together. I thought they were all, friends, maybe, obviously you would think that they're all hanging out together. And so you don't really pay attention to other people on the train. You just kind of mind your own business, play on your phone, do whatever, talk to your friends. So as we're just sitting there on the train, all of a sudden, and it's quiet, all of a sudden the girls start shouting at each other. So the girl standing up starts shouting at the girls sitting down, specifically one of them. And, I don't remember exactly what she was saying, but it was along the lines of like, oh, you want to start something? Like, you want to mess with me? I'll show you. So, something like that. I don't know. And then everybody kind of looks, but you like want to not look. So you're like trying to watch, but like side eye, And she hits the girl that's sitting down. She slaps her. And everybody hears that. And so we all kind of look and we're like, oh man. And, the 4 of us kind of make eye contact with each other across the train. Like, what's happening? Like, what's going on? But nobody says anything. And so they're still screaming at each other. And the girl sitting down, like after she got hit, she just kind of laughed. She was like, okay. You need to relax. And the girl standing up's like, what? You want to start? You want to come at me? Like, I'll show you. Does that feel good? You want to feel that again? And it was a little ridiculous. She was just screaming at her. And so then she like starts walking. Oh, thank you so much, Marina. So the girl that hit the girl that was sitting down moves towards kind of by the doors. So now she's standing by the doors. I was thinking she was getting off at the next stop, and she didn't. But she's still screaming at the other girl, like, oh, do you want to mess with me? I don't think you want to start with me. And the girl sitting down's like, whatever. And she's like, oh, you want to roll your eyes? Like, she just kept going. She wouldn't let it go. And finally she got quiet. And the 3 girls sitting down were just talking to each other. And the girl standing up says, speak English, like, you're in our country now or something. And this girl, like, nobody on this train is like, I don't know. It's not like a train from the suburbs or something. It's the city. It's all multi-ethnic, it was just bizarre, a weird comment to make. So, it was really bizarre. And it got quiet for a little bit. And then two of the girls that were sitting down stood up and walked towards the doors. So I thought maybe it was time for their exit. But the stop came and went. And so I think they were trying to start something back with this girl again. And she said, oh, you guys started something from when we were on the step. So I don't know what was going on. In any case, again, they're screaming. Everybody's pretending to not watch. Everybody, obviously it's a small train. Like everybody on this car knows what's happening. Everybody hears it. Everybody sees it, whether you're looking directly at it or pretending like you're looking at it while you're pretending like you're not looking while you're looking down at your phones, And she hits her again. So the girl slapped the other girl across the face again. And the girl says, don't slap me, or whatever she said. And so my friend's husband got up and put his arms around the girl that hit her and said, you need to calm down. You need to stop hitting her. And she, wrestled away from him and said, get your hands off me. And he said, I'm going to call the train conductor. I'm going to get the police involved. Like, you need to stop hitting this other girl. And we were at a stop and, he holds the doors open and she says, whatever, call the police. I don't care. And he pushes the button, emergency, contact the conductor button, and then leans out and is shouting for help from CTA personnel. And she says, I don't care. I don't care. It was just so bizarre. And then she finally gets off the train and the other girls, thank him and they sit back down and they continue on their route to wherever they were starting their morning. This is 8 o'clock in the morning, you guys. This is not the drunk train. Well, maybe it was from last night. I don't know. But it was really interesting to me what happened. Not because there was some crazy random drama on the train, because that, happens all the time. But it's the reactions of all the other people on the train. A girl was hitting another girl, repeatedly, and verbally abusing her. And not one person on the train besides my friend's husband eventually said a word. Everybody just sat there pretending like they were on their phones, myself included. Everybody just kind of kept out of it. There's that weird stigma of you don't want to get involved in somebody else's business. That's not your business. That's their business. And you don't want to get involved. Or you don't want to get involved because you're scared because you don't know if this girl's dangerous. Or you don't want to get involved because somebody else will. And it's so interesting. It was really interesting to me when he got up and did it. My first thought was, oh no, what's he doing? He shouldn't get involved. I was like, wait, why? Somebody is hitting somebody else. And that's wrong. And there's all of us standing here, sitting here, watching that happen and not saying a word. And we all know it's wrong. The other girl was literally just sitting there. Maybe she was laughing at her. Maybe she had said something under her breath. I didn't hear anything. But no matter what, that's not called for. You don't hit somebody. I don't care if it's a girl hitting a girl, a guy hitting a girl hitting a guy. You don't hit somebody. That's not okay. And the fact that all of us sat there watching this behavior, didn't say anything, weren't calling for help, weren't saying, you know what, maybe you should stop. That was really interesting to me. And I think that happens a lot, and maybe not in, an owl train setting, but all the time you see things happening. And you don't want to say anything because it's not your business or it's not your place or somebody else will take care of it. And it really showed me, if you see something, you really do need to say something. As cheesy and TSA as that is. See something, say something. If you see behavior, whether it's cruelty to other humans, if it's cruelty to animals, if it's any sort of bad behavior, you need to say something, If there's something you see that's an injustice or that's wrong or that you don't agree with, say something. Don't leave it up to somebody else to say something, because they might not. And don't think it's not your business, because we're all in this crazy life together. So if you see something, say something. So that was my little lesson that I learned this weekend on the train. And I also learned that my iPhone doesn't record good volume and that Androids cannot do landscape on live video. So Marina, I hope that the audio gets fixed in the replay, and I hope that it's not crackly and when we watch it back through. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Bye, guys.